Hi, my name's Katie and I'm here with a bunch of people that I've known for less than a week. However, I seem to have known them for most of my life. Passing on to the next person, it is...
Tia, I'm Tia and I'm currently sat next to Katie, who's wearing 2 sets of headphones because she's too insecure to remove the first pair.
That's very rude of you. Anyway, passing on to...
Hi, I'm Zuzi, and you know what? I actually prefer earphones to headphones. I'm not gonna lie to you.
That's a very controversial opinion. Passing on to...
I'm Jaden, and I'm going to have a dent in my hair after this because of the headphones and that on my hair, and it's really annoying. But
Yes.
anyway.
That does sound quite annoying. Anyway, back to Susie. What do you mean you prefer earphones over headphones? Can you give us why, or are you just going to leave it at that?
Well, I just think the sound's better. Like, you haven't got like this whole thing over your head, and you don't look like an idiot. Like, no one can tell. Like, you know when you're wearing like AirPods or like the ones that sit inside your ear, no one can tell that you're wearing them, which I suppose is a bonus and a downside.
Yeah, there is that. You've got the bonus because obviously if you're in school or anywhere where you're not supposed to be wearing them, you can sneak them in. If you're somewhere out in public and you don't want people talking to you, headphones are superior because everybody knows that you're trying to ignore them.
You just think you get cool because you got them around your neck.
Look, I'm wearing 2 pairs of them because, yes, Tia was correct. I am insecure and I don't like taking them off. Anyway, have you got anything to say, Tia?
I mean, headphones, I have a pair of headphones myself, but like, I go to lie down with my headphones on, you end up like crushing the side of your face. Whereas if you got your earphones in, it's not as much of a problem.
No, otherwise it's just uncomfortable, you know?
Yeah, like just lying casually on this huge thing on the side of my head.
Yeah, that is a problem. However, I can't seem to keep earbuds like in my ears, so I have to choose headphones over earbuds.
Jaden, do you have an opinion?
Do you sleep with like your headphones or?
No, normally I just... Sometimes, but I don't normally wear them on my head. I just use them.
Do you not find them like uncomfortable?
Yeah, sometimes. I guess you get used to it after a while, you know?
Yeah, I mean.
Yeah.
Surely it would get like irritating every once in a while.
It does. I've found that if you wear them with just one ear on for too long, that side of your head starts to hurt. So you've got your downsides and your upsides, but they're my personal preferable opinion.
So has anyone got like anything interesting about themselves? You know?
Anything interesting about me? I ran into a glass door once, and now I can squish my nose flat now. If anybody's interested in that.
You could just casually like
squish your
oh,
nose.
that is not normal.
I know it's not normal. I ran into a glass door and I thought I broke it. Okay, like
When did this happen? How old were you?
yeah, probably sort of around 7, 8. You know.
Did you
You're
go
not
to the
see
it?
doctors?
No, I was in I think I was in Tenerife or somewhere like that. I was in one of the Spanish-speaking countries, and what was happening is I run back into the like apartment we're staying in, and they have this balcony. And what they did is they really polished the glass doors.
Oh,
And the
I
way
see.
the room was set up is you run in, you had a sofa, and then there's a glass doors, and there's like a big dip to the other side that you could go into and relax in and stuff like that. But what I did is I ran in around the sofa. Instead of just continuing on to the open glass door, I swerved around the sofa to run straight into the closed one and fell back onto the sofa. It didn't help that I'd jumped into a freezing cold pool earlier that day, so I'd suffered 2 minor injuries and decided that I wasn't going to participate in anything anymore because I'd had enough.
Fair enough.
I have lots more embarrassing stories, but I can't remember them off the top of my head, so I will chime in and tell you if any of you are interested, if I remember them.
Well, you're not the only one who's run into a glass door.
Oh,
so
you've run into a glass door, so
yeah.
let's hear the story of that then.
Well, I was moving into a new house in Wellingborough, and I was really young at this age, and I was a very clumsy child, and I was always getting into incidents and stuff, and I was very excited to get into my new house, and I was running to the door, and then I just banged my head and I fell on the
just
floor.
run for it. I almost ran into one. I had, you know, like those automatic ones.
Yeah.
It was like we're on our way back from a dance comp. I'm really small. I'm exhausted. We've been there all day. So we stop off at the services. We go to the toilet, grab something to eat. As we're coming out, I'm just so tired, and I'm standing in front of this bit of glass, and I'm like, why won't it move? Why won't it move? Come on, open. It just didn't. And my mum looked at me and goes, that's not the door.
See, I haven't run into a glass door, but my dog has. So, like, at my aunt's house, she had this rope that was, like, hanging down the side of her door, and my dog just straight up ran and tried to grab the rope, and she just whacked her face and fell on, like, whacked her stomach on the door and then fell on her back. Like, this poor dog.
Oh, bless her.
We can officially say that 3 out of 4 of us in this podcast have run into a glass door, or at least nearly.
Tempted to.
Is there anything else funny? Actually, talking about dogs, anybody got any funny pet stories? Or is it...
My dog is like half meerkat, half gazelle, half rabbit. She seems to think that she's not a dog and she can do everything else. Like if she sees a cat up on her back legs, hopping around like this, half meerkat, half sort of like grasshoppery thing. She sort of does the gazelle thing in long grass. It's like, are you sure that you're not anything else other than a dog?
Are you sure you're a dog, or have we got something that wasn't a dog?
Yeah, we've got like a mutant thing.
My dog does the whole gazelle thing. She bounces up and down.
so
Like,
does
like
mine.
they like want to get above the grass, but
It's
they can't.
even- it's
They're
she
even
too
full on
small.
looks like a
funnier.
galloping gazelle.
It's
It's
even
quite
funnier.
funny.
My dog has the shortest legs. She looks like a sausage dog. She's so small and close to the ground that when she does it, she is literally, it's just like she's gone and then she's there and then she's gone again, and it is hilarious. My big dog sort of just runs through the grass. Little one does the gazelle thing, and it is hilarious.
It must just be a dog thing.
I think it is just a dog thing. Do you have any funny
I've
pet
always
stories?
wanted a dog, to be fair.
Always wanted a
but
dog?
no,
What
I
sort of
have-
dog do you want?
I've always wanted a husky, I think.
Oh, I've
Yeah,
got a
you
husky.
Yeah,
A
I
nice
like-
big dog, you know,
Yeah.
Nice big
like
dog.
fluffy and
Huskies are
cuddly.
so
You also have
Although-
to get them
look after,
small, though,
though.
and then
Yeah.
obviously get
Yeah,
them
but thing is,
bigger
if you
thing.
look after a husky, you've got to they tear up everything.
No, they don't.
Yeah.
Honestly, in their
You've gotta
puppy years
train
they
them.
do, but like it takes like a year or so to get them used to it.
Yeah,
but like they
yeah.
are so fluffy. Like this is no joke. My dog, full on clumps of hair come
Yeah,
out of her.
just
at the
Oh
hair.
my
nose.
god,
Everywhere.
I've got a German Shepherd, and he does nearly the same thing. If you sort of go around his feathers and sort of just
Yeah, you
pull
can
them
literally,
out,
you can literally
you just
pull,
do that, and you
like,
get a
clumps
clump of hair come out. That's really the only problem apart from like tearing stuff up that you get with a big dog, is that they just shed so much hair.
Honestly, I love my dog though.
I mean,
Yeah, they're great.
Yeah, but that's long hairs. Like you get like a short hair. I mean, like
Get a
I
short
mean,
hair like
they
a
molt
terrier.
just as much,
What
but
dog
like
do you
it's
have,
less
Tia?
obvious. A Jack Russell Terrier cross with a
I
Manchester
love
Terrier.
Jack Russells. I love
So she's like
terriers.
small and then has got like dark colours on her head and is sort of like a black and white speckled down her back.
Oh,
that's cute.
you gotta
Mine's-
love terriers. I used to have a terrier. Her name was Pudding, and she was the nastiest dog I've ever met. She would attack anyone and everyone that she could. She used to. I have this big pillow. Yeah, it's massive. It's like half the size of my bed, and she used to get into the covers of it and like hide inside the pillow.
Did you ever sit on her?
No, not in the pillow. Other times, yes, not in the pillow though, because
So you
she'd have.
sat on your dog.
Yeah,
Yeah,
well,
but
actually,
dogs decide
was
that
a-
they
she was
want
a
to sit where
burrowing
you
dog.
are.
She was a burrowing dog. She would get under the blanket and stuff, and you wouldn't be able to see her because she was small as well. So if she got under like a really thick blanket or a pillow or something, she'd curl up. You wouldn't see her. You'd sit down, and then she would growl at you and snap at you and try to bite you. And it
Did
was
you just bite your butt when you sat on her?
no, she bit my hands a couple of times. I think I've probably got a couple of scars from her. Although I'm not really sure where they are now.
I sit on my
But-
cats all the time because my cat like lies under my duvet and I have
Oh my
no idea
God,
she's there.
yeah.
And she
Yeah.
just like full on just like grabs me.
Yeah, my
My
dog
cat-
does the same. It must just be like an I suppose because if you get up,
a small
where you
animal
sat is
thing.
warm.
I guess
Yeah.
I guess they feel safe in like a small like, enclosed
Yeah.
It's a small
environment.
animal thing. They probably burrow and keep safe. It's probably. I've heard of huskies doing that as well, where they'll get like under things. And have you all done that, or is that
No,
just?
she whines at you all the time. So like in the morning she'll be like, oh, like all like
I'd
when
feel so bad if I like sat on my dog or
Oh
cat.
my god!
I-
You
oh,
do.
I feel
they,
so
they
bad.
make
You-
this horrible whine. They're like, "Arr!" and then they look at you in the eyes with the most hurt, betrayed
Yeah,
look
like
you've ever
you're
seen.
supposed to love me, and you
And
just sat on
I
me.
thought you loved me. You stood on me, and then you feel horrible, and you're like, you
have
can't
to, like-
understand me apologizing.
you have to apologise to them. You're like, oh my
Yeah.
god, I'm so
And
sorry.
you're like, oh god, no, I didn't mean to, but they can't understand you, so it just makes you feel worse. And they keep looking at you with this look of, I thought you loved me. I thought you were supposed to protect me.
You guess
you
you just
know?
have to treat him then to like.
Yeah, normally you run to the cupboard and get a treat. I'm like, look, please, don't look at me like that.
Just be my friend again. Be my friend again.
Come on, we're friends.
I didn't mean to do it. Look, I have a bowl full of food.
Look,
You love
I'll
me
make you.
again.
I'll cook you bacon. Please, just stop looking at me with those eyes. You know, it's.
I also have 7 fish, and I think the names are actually quite hilarious.
Oh, let's hear the names.
What's
then.
your
All
name?
the names.
So I have 2 goldfish. One of them died recently. but,
Oh, no,
Oh,
that's
sorry.
a shame.
Sad, sorry
Sorry.
about that.
one of them's Power, and then the other one's Ranger.
Uh,
And then
That's brilliant.
I have 2 called. One's Tiger because it's like stripy, and Lemon because he's yellow.
Yellow.
Lemon. Aw.
And then I have 3 catfish. One's Alvin, Simon, and Theodore.
Oh my god, the
that's
meerkat!
you took the perfect opportunity. You did it.
See,
you know
I
what?
really-
Round of applause. Well done.
Theodore died recently.
Oh no,
Oh,
that's
no.
sad.
Oh no! I really want to rewatch the Alvin and the Chipmunk movies. Like I've had this real anchoring to like rewatch them recently.
Oh
I
my
don't
God,
know
I
why,
think-
but like it's been
Yeah,
so
one
long.
of the chipmunks was on the Masked Singer as like the turtle or something, and we're listening to him like Kiss from a Rose. I'm like, I know that voice.
Wait,
It just
what,
needs
really?
to be like
He is?
squeaky. Yeah, he was
Oh,
like,
that's so weird.
it was
You
like
know,
one of the
um,
older series though.
Oh,
I feel
yeah.
like if I rewatched the Chipmunks, I'd go into like a blackout haze, and I'd come to, and I wouldn't know what would happen. Like something would have happened, something bad probably, and I just wouldn't have known because I've just been watching the the Chipmunks are just going to blackout haze until it's over.
It's been so long since I've watched them, and I really want to watch them again because I've forgotten the plot. And
It's like childhood nostalgia sort of thing.
like every Christmas, I tend to hear like the song that they sing in the first movie, like the Christmas song that they sing. I tend to hear that like on the radio, or like my cousin plays it, and it kind of just really gets me in the mood to watch Alvin and the Chipmunks.
Yeah, I'm like a huge movie
Actually,
person.
Are you? What's your favourite movie? Like sort of anything you can think of, animated, CGI, just anything you can think of.
So I'm more like Harry Potter and Marvel sort of like. I'm
I've
very
got to say,
Harry
I'm a
Potter
sucker
obsessed.
for Studio Ghibli. Is
Can
anybody else?
never go wrong with like Marvel.
No,
you
Marvel's,
can't-
like,
you
so
can't
good.
really.
Yeah.
But is anybody else here a sucker for Studio Ghibli, or is it just me?
I've
What's
never
that?
seen it.
You two
I've never even heard of it.
Have you?
I don't think so. No.
Oh my god, you know Spirited Away, Howl's Moving Castle?
yes,
That's Studio
yes.
Ghibli.
Oh,
My
I
Neighbor
love-
Totoro.
Oh,
you know,
I-
all of that is have you heard of that?
No.
Like it's like anime, but I'm not really a big fan of anime.
We have some very uneducated
I
people
don't
on
watch
the podcast.
anime.
No, neither. Although going back to Marvel, like I love Marvel. Has anyone seen like the new Black Widow film?
No, not yet.
No,
I'm
so
very
Without
excited
spoiling
for
it,
it though.
what can you say about it?
The end scene basically killed me. I'm sorry.
Oh, what
but,
the
like,
end credit scene?
The end credit, like at the end, it was a really long credit, like really long. But like at the end,
The extra scene.
the
sort
extra
of.
scene. Oh my god.
Oh my god, you're hyping me up. I want to see this so bad.
Yeah, but see, I watched Endgame and then fell out with it because they had
Oh.
Hulk as half Hulk and half Bruce Banner.
I thought
Professor Hulk.
Professor
Look, Professor
Hulk.
Hulk, great concept, horrible execution. Oh, whoops, pulled on the cable.
Yeah, horrible execution.
Horrible execution. I think they could have done it so much better.
Yeah.
There's like so many Hulk movies, right? And they've just basically tried to create
Yeah,
tried to
they've
recreate
just-
the first one, and it's all gone horribly wrong.
Yeah, they're
all
just like
absolutely horrible.
Hulk 1, Hulk 2, the amazing one. It's just all of it is like we're just going to remake the first one and change slight things so that hopefully you'll think they're different.
I'm also
Yeah.
not really keen on Iron Man. I mean,
I
like
enjoy
the
the
movies or the
first one.
character?
the movies.
The
Oh,
movie.
I mean,
okay.
unless this-
I was about to like jump across the table and attack you if you said you weren't a fan.
I'm
of the
sorry. No, I
character.
did cry when he died. I'm
Okay,
sorry.
good.
Oh, I
think
cried a
everyone-
lot.
if
I
you-
think I didn't really cry, but I sort of just went into this state of shock where I was just like, no, not functioning at all.
I just hide.
And then there's me. I cried so much when Spider-Man died because like what most people didn't realize is when he said I'm sorry, it's not I'm sorry that like I'm dying or for anything. It was because in I believe the first Spider-Man movie that
Yeah.
Tom Holland did, when Iron Man comes out the suit and goes, if you died, I would feel it was my responsibility. And so he's apologising to Tony Stark.
No, why
because
would you
he's
do
like,
this?
it was my resability to look after you. And
It's
I'm
almost
like,
like he's like.
I
his
feel so
child.
guilty.
I'm sorry,
So
I did
Tom
this
is
to you.
like-
Oh, you've
he's
also
just
got
turned
to
around and
think
been like,
that
I'm so sorry.
I've seen this theory going around that because of like Peter's spider sense and all that, he would be able to hear Tony's heartbeat dying in Endgame.
Yeah.
He hears Tony's heartbeat fading. He sees his life fading away, and he can hear the last heartbeats because he has that spider sense.
Yeah.
He literally can hear Tony's heartbeat down to the last second, which I think is devastating.
I mean, can you imagine that with someone that was like as close to you as they were?
No, I know. Like, you're basically your dad. Like, oh my
Yeah.
god. So
I know, but
sad.
you've also got to think about the fact that nobody really dies until they're established as Peter Parker's like father figure. Like Tony
Yeah.
only died once he was canonically established as Peter's father figure.
But I think even though like most of them
Peter
die,
Parker curse.
Yeah,
play
they
s-
did the same with Uncle Ben, didn't
Yeah,
they?
they did.
Yeah, they play such a big part in like Peter's life and also in the story.
Yeah.
Peter's actual dad died, Uncle Ben died, Tony died.
He's just
It-
not got a very good role with dads.
It's the Peter,
clearly.
it's
Yeah.
the Peter Parker father curse, you know. If he just turned around to Mysterio and went, "You're like a dad to me," dead, gone,
Dead, gone.
problem solved.
The end of Homecoming. Oh, have you guys seen it?
Oh my god, yeah.
Oh my god.
Apparently, we don't have much time left, so we're gonna have to wrap it up now, which is a real shame. I was having so much fun doing this, but we're gonna have to say goodbye now. Let's say goodbye from everybody.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye. It was fun recording a podcast with people I've only known for a week.